we get a great example of mixed signals in 500 Days of Summer. On one hand, we have Summer spending all this time with Tom, and of course they're having sex, and they're spending a lot of time together, and it's clear they're drawing closer and closer, as we can see by the fact that Summer shares something with Tom about herself that she says she's never told anyone else. And of course, Tom is totally smitten with her, so, he's already willing to give her everything. And yet she keeps telling him that she's not interested in anything serious. There are two possible meanings for this. Now, well, let's say three. There's three possible meanings for this. One is the self-serving one that Tom takes and that many people do, which is there's something wrong with this woman or this man. He's broken, she's broken, they're emotionally damaged. That's one take. And that's the take that most people like to have because it's very comforting to blame the other person for the fact that they're not satisfied or satisfied enough with you to want to have a long-term committed relationship. But there are two other possibilities. One possibility is that that person believes that a long-term committed relationship puts certain obligations and requirements on them that they're not interested in or not capable of providing. So that could be, someone might think that it means you have to live together, or it means you have to talk to each other on the phone every day, or it means that you have to spend every holiday together, or that they can't spend time with their friends without their partner, right? There are any number of preconceived ideas that people have about what a long-term committed relationship looks like and what it means. And a lot of people don't take the time to actually discuss what the expectations might be in a relationship with any individual person. So they just say, oh, you know what? I don't want to have a long-term committed relationship. And they just do that. But I think the most common reason why people say that or why people believe that is because they don't believe that the people that they have access to are at the level that would make them want to stay with them long term. There's this idea that some people have, which is, there are some people that don't want to have a long-term relationship. That is absolute bollocks, as the British would say. It's bullshit. Everyone would love to find someone that makes them so happy and so satisfied that they want to be with that person forever. As a dating coach, I've taught guys for, let's say, since 2007, so that's 17 years that I've been teaching guys. And many times guys show up and they say, oh yeah, I just want to sleep with a lot of women. And then if I suggest, well, would you feel that way if whoever the current hottie might be, whether that, at some point during the time that I've been teaching it was Ariana Grande, or, at one point it was the girl who plays Black Widow. I can't remember her name right now. But anyway, and guys would say, oh, well, that's different. And it's like, right, exactly. It's different. If they met a person who really they thought was really amazing, then they would feel differently. And so a lot of times what it means is that the person they're with, or the person they think they could be with, isn't really up to the standards that what they would want at this moment in time. And in the case of 500 Days of Summer, we see that she is ultimately open to a long-term committed relationship, just not with Tom. And she hints to him at various points in time as to what he would need to do for her to want to have a long-term committed relationship. And he doesn't listen, which is really, really common. And maybe we'll talk about that and that problem at another time. But she tells him that he could be a great architect if he wanted to be. But instead, he's not taking any steps in that direction. She clearly shows that she thinks that that's interesting in him and that he could be great. But instead of him paying attention to that, he just ignores it. And this is what often happens in relationships, where a person's partner gives them signals about what they should do or what they could do, and the person doesn't respond. And so in the case of 500 Days of Summer, she withdraws from the relationship, and ultimately the relationship ends and she finds someone else. And I see this happen many, many times. So don't take a person saying that they don't want a committed relationship as an excuse for you to let yourself off the hook. The fact is that in general, most of the time, what your partner has hinted that they want from you is something that almost any partner would want from you. And so even if it's true that this particular partner is not or would not be in a long-term relationship with you, you're going to be in a better position to find someone else and someone better by responding to what it is that they are pointing out as a shortcoming or as a way that you could improve. To help other people find this channel and to help us grow and to make sure you don't miss the next one, like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time.